When I asked her about you, she said that you are someone who knows how to make others feel special without even trying, that your attention to detail and thoughtfulness are what make you truly stand out. My best friend once told me that you're the kind of person who finds beauty in everything, who sees potential in the places others would overlook. Your optimism is something that truly inspires me. She said that your loyalty is something that I can always count on, that you're someone who stays true to their word and to the people they love, no matter the circumstances. She once mentioned that you're the type of person who is always looking for the good in others, always trying to lift them up. And that's a quality that makes you a rare gem in this world. She told me that you make the world feel like a kinder place, that your presence is like a soothing balm to the soul, and it's one of the many reasons I appreciate you so much. My best friend said that you have this uncanny ability to see things from a perspective that others might miss, that you never judge, but instead try to understand and offer help where it's needed. She said that you are someone who lives with intention, who doesn't waste time on things that don't matter, and who always strives to live in a way that uplifts and inspires. When I asked her about you, she said you're the kind of person who makes everyone feel important, like their presence matters. And that's something so rare and beautiful in this world. She mentioned that your heart is full of wisdom, that you seem to know things about people that most wouldn't, and that your understanding comes from a deep place of care. She once said that you're the kind of person who makes others feel empowered, who encourages them to chase their dreams, and who believes in them even when they don't believe in themselves. She said you have this natural way of bringing out the best in people, like your energy alone can transform the most difficult situations into opportunities for growth. She told me that you don't just see people for who they are, but for who they have the potential to be, and that your belief in them gives them the strength to reach their full potential. She said that you have an unmatched generosity, not just in terms of material things, but in the way you give your time, your love, and your care so freely to those around you. When I asked her what she thought about you, she said that you're someone who makes others feel comfortable in their own skin, that you accept them as they are, flaws and all. She mentioned that you have this uncanny way of making people feel at ease, like there's no need to pretend, no need to be anything other than themselves when they're with you. My best friend once told me that you make the hard moments easier to bear, that your presence is like a shield against the weight of the world, and that's something so rare and valuable. She said that you live with such authenticity, that you never try to be something you're not, and that's something that people naturally gravitate toward in a world full of facades. She told me that your empathy is a gift, that you understand what others are going through without needing them to explain it, and that's why people trust you so deeply. She once said that you're someone who brings peace to chaotic situations, who doesn't add to the noise, but instead quiets everything down and helps others find clarity. She mentioned that your ability to connect with others on such a deep level is something rare, that people feel understood by you in a way that makes them feel seen and valued. She told me that you have this incredible strength to remain calm in the face of adversity, to keep moving forward even when the road ahead seems uncertain. She said you're someone who genuinely cares about others' well-being, that your concern for them goes beyond words and is reflected in every action you take. She once said that you're a person who always strives to make the world a better place, even in the smallest of ways, and that's why your presence in this world matters so much. She told me that you bring a sense of balance into my life, that you're the one who helps me find my center when everything else feels out of control. She said that you are a person who lives with integrity, that you hold yourself to high standards, and that your example encourages others to do the same. She mentioned that you have this way of making people feel safe around you, that your warmth and compassion make them feel like they can be themselves without judgment. She told me that your love is the kind of love that sticks around through thick and thin, that you're someone who remains consistent in your care and affection no matter the situation. Sometimes the truth about someone isn't found in what they say, but in the way they listen. My best friend once said that your presence in my life is a constant reminder that there are still beautiful souls in this world, and I need to cherish every moment with you. She told me that your laughter is the kind of sound that fills empty spaces, that your kindness isn't just a gesture, but a whole way of being, and that the love you show is the kind of love that keeps growing with each passing day. When I asked her about you, she said that your heart is one that understands without words, that your love isn't conditional, but a gift that keeps on giving. It makes me realize just how blessed I am to have you in my life. My best friend reminded me that you are the kind of person who makes everything better just by being there. She said your loyalty isn't something you give lightly, but earnestly, and that's a rare quality. She once told me that you have a way of making even the smallest moments feel significant, as if time with you is meant to be savored and remembered. I hadn't realized until then just how much your presence means. In the quiet moments, my best friend said you are the one who reminds me of the beauty in simplicity, that the greatest joys are often the simplest ones, and when you're around, life just seems to flow with ease. She said you have this ability to see the good in people even when they can't see it themselves. you bring out the best in everyone, and that's a gift not many possess. When I confided in her about my worries, she said you have a way of calming the storm within me, that your words aren't just comforting, they're healing. I hadn't realized how much of a peaceful presence you truly are. She told me that you're someone who makes everything feel like it has purpose, that even on the darkest days, you know how to find the light, and you inspire others to do the same. My best friend told me that you remind her of the importance of being present, that you make her feel like she's truly seen, heard, and understood. It made me realize that you bring people back to themselves. She said you have this rare gift of knowing exactly what to say, exactly when it's needed. That's not something you learn overnight, but something you carry deep within your soul. When I mentioned how much you mean to me, she said you are a rare treasure, someone who holds space for people to grow and evolve. And I couldn't agree more. She once shared with me that your ability to bring light into the room isn't just about your smile, it's the warmth that radiates from your heart. It's not something everyone can do. She told me that you have this magnetic energy, like a pull toward kindness, a draw toward truth, and that's why people are naturally drawn to you, even when they don't know why. My best friend said that your honesty is something that stands out among a sea of pretenders, and that your words are always backed by genuine care, which makes everything you say so meaningful. She said your sense of humor isn't just about making people laugh, but about brightening their entire day. It's the way you remind us not to take life too seriously and to enjoy the little things. She mentioned that you are the kind of person who can turn a simple conversation into something memorable, that your words have this ability to linger long after the moment has passed. When I asked her about you, she said you're a person who loves fiercely, who protects what matters, and who never lets anyone feel alone in their struggles. It's one of the most admirable things about you. She told me that your heart is a place where people feel safe, where love is unconditional, and where even the broken can be whole again. I've never heard her speak of someone with such deep affection. My best friend said that you're the kind of person who knows the value of silence as much as the value of words, that you don't need to speak to make an impact, but your actions speak volumes. She told me that your spirit is like a calm river, flowing gently but always moving forward. You're someone who carries people through the storm without them even realizing it. She once said that you have the ability to make others feel seen in ways they didn't even know they needed, that you find the beauty in people even when they don't see it in themselves. When I asked her about you, She said that you're a person who leads by example, someone who doesn't just talk about kindness, but actively lives it. It's a reminder to me that actions truly speak louder than words. She told me that your joy is contagious, that when you're happy, the whole world feels a little bit lighter. It's hard not to smile when you're around. She said you have this amazing ability to turn ordinary moments into something extraordinary, that your perspective is always refreshing, like a new way of seeing the world.